I stream like that. Fuck. Yeah, I'm still a little sick. That's a thing. Anyways. Hey everybody, my name is the Game Panda. Today we're going to be playing some of the Stanley Parable. Now, I've never played this game. But I kind of have. Back in like 2013 when this game was originally released, I didn't have a PC back then. So I didn't play it. But I did watch Markiplier's and Jacksepticeye's playthroughs of it a lot. And I watched Mark's playthrough like multiple times, even throughout the years of it coming through. Like, it was one of my favorite things to watch. And when I heard that this game was going to get released on PlayStation, I was like, holy shit! I get to play a game from my childhood that I was never able to play. That's fucking great. Have I played the Stanley Parable? I guess I'll say yes, because I do know most of the storyline and what each decision does. Don't remember it perfectly. Wait. Please adjust the slider until computer is barely visible. Nah, we're just gonna do that. There you go. Please enter the current time. It is 1:07. Note accessibility setting. Okay. Oh my god. Maybe I should have fucking did the intro here. It's whatever. The end is never, the end is never, the end is never. Holy shit!
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Oh, I need to change the sensitivity. Holy fuck. That's still really... Wait, do I have to, like, confirm it? No, it just is that slow. Okay. Oh my god, I can't... You can't jump, yes. Get your first trophy. How do I interact?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
I don't have a reflection. That's... Or wait. No, wait, that's just another room. Oh yeah, I'm fucking stupid. Oh my god. I can't believe I'm playing this game. It's so it's been so fucking long. Oh, it's so infamous. Ooh.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yeah, no.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
This is a great room. Just like...
Yes, really worth it being here in the room.
Holy shit!
Room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing.
Yo, fuck you, man! You ain't shit! You ain't shit! I followed your shit right here!
You've been neglecting Stanley. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you?
Yeah, fuck you, man! You ain't getting no bitches!
To happen to you? Why? I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Fuck you!
Perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Ha! Fuck you!
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
Royal blue!
Fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
Well, I want to go back there. Fuck it.
You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees?
Anime titties! Some bohangas! Some tetas! Some tetorgas, if you know what I mean, homie.
Take a stab in the dark at a new design and you can give me some feedback.
Bohangas.
There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Oh, well, now this is useful. You didn't like it, but you didn't totally hate it either. You enjoyed it, perhaps is the correct term. It didn't cause you excruciating pain. Big steps we've made here today, Stanley.
I hope you fucking stub your toe.
Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one.
Shut the fuck up.
Let's take a look.
Shut the fuck up. You ain't get no hoes. Yeah, I've seen this all before. Fuck that, I don't give a shit. I'm going through this door.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
You ain't get no bitches.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some play testing. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up. In this game, the baby crawls left.
Fuck that baby!
Danger.
I will shit in your mouth, motherfucker!
Right. And if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game. all about the
Yes,
desperation and
meaningful.
tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life.
I could do this
I
for
think
3
the
hours
art
like he's going to
world
tell me
will
to do
really
it.
take notice.
But will
But of
I?
course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours.
Oh,
So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
The worst noise in the fucking world.
Burn it over the hellfire! You heartless bastard.
Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite
me?
me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
It's Firewatch. Never played this game. Let's see if I can get outside the fucking barriers before it lets me.
What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted, erotic purpose.
Kill yourself.
Yes, that must be it.
In-game.
What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity.
Oh,
So
looks like
far,
crouch.
I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
That was the Minecraft opening door sound. I'm surprised no one came out. Okay, I gotta run fucking straight.
Oh,
Look
no.
down.
No, it can't be.
Straight. Come on, let me out.
It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off.
Let me out. No!
Thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You really wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go
maybe
in
I can
any...
get to there.
Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls. Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
It's Rocket League. Yeah.
Wonderful.
I've also
See, this
never
is
played this
exactly
game.
what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in.
Does the
There isn't
grass
any
actually look
possibility
like that?
that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
Yeah, it's
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together. Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Yeah, no, fuck you. Yeah.
Hold on. What are you doing? Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you...
This is the original game. I think it was released on Half-Life. I actually never played this. Actually, I never watched the playthrough of this. 4, 2, 3. Yeah, it's this way. This is the old game. Yep, 427, the original desk. Yeah, I'm working. Hard work, work, hard work. And what we say, hard work, work, work. I'm on the way, hard work, work. I wonder what happens now. Oh.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
No, you can't.
Now, I'm curious, what happens if I do that all over again? Because I've always seen this, and I'm pretty sure...
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow, yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No, I gotta see what happens. No, I don't. Yes, I do. No, fuck! I can do it later.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Oh, fuck.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about
What the fuck
and
was
get
that?
even
Oh, I
further
thought that was
off
a person.
track.
I was like, what?
So now, in order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, left. Oh, no.
Oh.
No, it's to the right. My mistake. No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh, dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Just take a sip of my drink.
Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way. No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a moment.
Here, 50 times. Yeah, it's a good shot now.
When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, Did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
This isn't right. Let's go this way. What? Let's keep going in circles.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again?
What?
Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again.
Let's go this way.
It's got to be better than this.
Oh.
Okay, let's give it a shot.
No,
Why
no,
not?
no, 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 I found... No!
All of his co-workers were gone. What
Fuck
could it
you.
mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I can't click anything anymore. I can't click on doors. I can, like... That's weird. Must be... I hate Mondays. Ah, funny, get it. Now there's no doors.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Okay.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Oh. I know which ending this is.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You
win!
Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart. All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line.
Fuck that adventure
Just
line.
follow the line. How simple is that?
Huh. Guess I can't follow the line. Ba-ba-ba-da-dum-ba-dum-ba. Ba-ba-da-dum. Oh, ba-ba-ba-da-dum-ba-dum-ba-dum. Fuck, sorry. Just need to check some real quick.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
No! The other way! Breathe? Wait. We just came from here. Fuck the fern.
Cut the music.
Nope, fuck the fern.
Look at that fern.
No!
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Still no doors.
Oh, no, not again, Line. How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
He's not there anymore.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. This all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Okay, let's do it. We're doing. I'm guessing we're gonna start going
now. Yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story.
Yes,
well,
sir.
It could be anything.
Yes,
what do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Okay, what if...
No, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it. We should be fine.
Okay. I saw it. I'm sorry. What was I gonna say? Oh, the story. Yeah. So, what if we did this like cool like action RPG where everyone is like an AC-130, but they have tits, right? I don't know.
A choice.
A decision.
We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits. Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game eight times? That's really how all this goes?
There is no longer an office.
Determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing.
Wait,
wall.
so...
Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really... No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey. Though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you...
Ah! Well...
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Alright. What if I do it again? Okay. Monday. Fuck the new content.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Fuck you, buddy!
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door,
I should have did
and
that.
got back on
Fuck.
track.
Okay. I hate, bro. I don't think things through.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer. Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
I'm getting the broom closet ending.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here. It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. He's literally just standing there doing sweet F.A.
Sweet F.A.
Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
Fuck you, buddy.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it. Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
Fuck you, buddy. I'm enjoying myself.
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Why would you say such mean things, bro?
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed in front of your screen.
Well,
in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose.
Well, you can suck on my balls.
Anyone who happens to be nearby, the person at this computer is dead. They have fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities.
Hey,
hey,
buddy. Hey, buddy!
Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost
upon them.
All right. When you've done that, just step out into the hallway. Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. You too?
Yeah,
unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
No, I didn't.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming! He yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself? believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself.
Hey,
Stanley
buddy,
is as awake right now as he's ever been in
I'm
his
pretty
life.
good, bro.
Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley.
Dude, doing
After
this?
all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a
just be
dream.
hell.
Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back,
Wait,
the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
He opened his eyes, and nothing changed.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. Please, someone tell me I'm real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon
dying
turn
on the
to
floor,
go
and
call
she's like,
for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much
I'm
she
not
knew.
crazy, bro.
Everyone
I
knows
promise.
what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am
What do you
sane.
mean?
I
Are you
am
saying
in control of my
I'm
mind.
not normal?
I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day.
Yeah, let your job control the rest of your life, you feeble human!
Life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body.
Yes, sir. Yes,
And then
sir.
she turned and ran.
What the fuck am I doing? I'm not understanding.
And here we are again.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I know there's
No
a way
matter
to get
how
out.
hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
No. I refuse.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I mean left. Sorry, I'm retarded.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an... Oh, no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to coming to a staircase. Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
To be rich is to commit. Hold on. To be rich is. I can't read. To be rich is Is it a crime to commit crime? Isn't it rich? What a life it would be to have to put just one. What? It's probably like an anagram or something, bro. I don't fucking know.
Stepping into his manager's office,
Fuck!
Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked,
2, 4,
unraveled,
7.
Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
You're right. I'm not gonna put that in.
2845.
What, you want me to acknowledge your presence? You want me to acknowledge it? You want me to acknowledge that you exist? You want me to acknowledge that you exist? Come on, say it again!
But it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself. And Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo.
Oh, I'm not going. Fuck you. I ain't going. I'm staying over here. Fuck you. I like this. Come on, there's gotta be a decision. Just because I did. Come on! 2, 8, 4, 2, 4, 8, 5. No, it's 2, 4, no, fuck. 2, 4, 8, no, 8, 2, 4. Fuck! Alright, fuck it. Come on, say some shit.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a
I
stirring of emotion in his
don't give a
chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the
Sweet
nature
Caroline,
of his job. Why
bum
did he feel this
bum
now,
bum.
when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Whoops, nope, never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up. Silly me.
Right.
Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out.
What did I just do? I've never seen this in a playthrough. I never seen. What did I do? Oh, I didn't know that was an ending.
Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office. Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is. What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have, an incisive rapid fire of critical plot points, one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative. Wow. I'm bolted to the edge of my seat.
2, 8, 4, 5. What was it? Fuck. You know, we're staying here. What, you want me to go all the way back down? Let me see if I can... I don't know what I did.
Incredible. Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again. Ladies and gentlemen,
how did I do that?
How does he keep coming up with all of this?
Where did I... I broke out somehow.
Did you think we were going to go forward down the spooky corridor? No. It's time once again to go back up in the elevator. I can't even begin to grapple with what might be up there. Is it the boss's office again? Or what if it's the boss's office this time?
I got down there somehow. How? Ah, bro, if that was an actual glitch, that's...
Oh my god. It's the boss's office. This absolutely changes everything for me. Give me a timeout here for a minute while I process this. Okay, I'm ready. I'm prepared to embrace this stunning revelation and to move forward with... No, wait. No, I need more time to process.
Fuck you, buddy. Ah, fuck, my boots, they hurt. No! I need more time to process!
I have fully come to terms with it. I have made space in my worldview for this astonishing new reality. As before, I turn to your expert eye for gripping narrative, Master Stanley. Of course. Going back down in the elevator. How did I not anticipate it? I mean, sure, now it's obvious, but you have to understand that 30 seconds ago, this kind of thing had never been attempted before. I had no frame of reference to even anticipate it. That's just how revelatory Stanley's decision-making is. A breath of fresh air in a landscape of storytelling that has grown stale and repetitive.
Oh, you're not gonna say anything, are you? Huh. I wonder why.
You know what? I've just thought of something. Hold on, let's stop for a moment. Don't you realize? It's the anticipation, Stanley. You and I, we have no way of knowing what will be at the top of this elevator. But the suspense, the agony of waiting and anticipating and having to guess, that's the real thrill. Oh, I simply don't want to let that feeling go. It's so precious, so fleeting.
I'm not trying to do that.
Why don't we take this
I'm trying to get to that glitch. I don't know if that was a glitch or part of the game.
There we go. Isn't this so much more exciting? You know, Stanley, it seems like nowadays the only thing that audiences want is to be shocked as loudly and frequently as possible. They want big, explosive moments flung right in their faces
jump scare.
from the
Please
very
don't put a jump
moment that
scare. If
things
you're
get
fucking with
started.
me. Oh, please stop.
Where's the tension?
Oh.
Where's the
Please don't put a
trust in
jump
the
scare.
audience to build a slow and nuanced appreciation for the story, the characters? Why aren't we given time to imagine the surprises? To have to think and to anticipate and then to marvel at the eventual reveal. This is storytelling, Stanley. What you and I are doing right now. This is the most exciting narrative to be developed in years, and it's really all because of you. You're the one who took this bold step of revisiting the exact same locations over and over. Truly, I mean it. This is unique and different. It's not like anything else out there. You see, I want stories that surprise me, Stanley.
That's where
I want to have to think. I want to be engaged and not pandered to. We're being fed such unimaginative drivel all the time, and we all know it, which is why we're so starved for content that makes us feel sharp and vital and alive. That's why people like you so much, Stanley, because you're not afraid to spit in the face of tradition. You're a role model, you know? People look up to you. Which is why, though I didn't know when to spring this on you, but, well, I've gathered a little press conference for you, so that you can talk about your work and your storytelling and your life. Yes, I know you're not much for the public eye, but I thought it would especially mean a lot to the people who have been following you from the beginning. They really look up to you, Stanley. I don't know if you realize the impact you have on them. This is the kind of gesture that might leave a tremendous impact on them for the better. Oh, good, we're here.
Fuck, I have to do this.
Okay, the room where we're holding the
go down?
conference should be just around the corner here somewhere.
Fuck. All tricks revealed. How we did it, the pyramids, okay. Live, the guy who went to my... All eyes on Stanley live on stage. Oh, this has got to be great. An event with World Peace Baby.
Ah, yes. Here it is, just through this door.
It's pointing to this one. Can I, like, sneak through something? The Stanley Parable, tonight live on stage. Stanley. The man, the process, the myth, the legend, the parable. Stanley. From the Stanley Parable, live tonight. Okay. A Q&A with the world's first sentient machine? Oh, hell no. Doing great and conventional with Alexander the Great.
All right, are you ready? I've told them you're going to speak a little bit about the nature of surprise in storytelling and what it means to craft a truly unpredictable narrative. Oh, don't worry, you'll do great. Just be yourself and speak from the heart. I'm really proud of you, Stanley. Okay, it looks like they're ready for you. Go get them.
Yeah! Let's go! You know what it is. You know what... Let's do this, baby! Yeah! Oh. Tonight. Okay, well, that didn't go as planned. Huh.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Shut up.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Fuck you, buddy.
Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Oh, did I?
Stanley was so bad at following
take me
directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Crunchyroll. I want to jump off.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really.
I'm not.
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the
Next
fact
time, I'm
is that
jumping
the
on those
story
boxes.
has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Ooh.
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. Oh, no, you can't. Did you just unplug the phone? No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley.
Not Stanley.
You're a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol.
Watch this,
for
young
real-world
one.
decisions. Did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice. He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people. Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
My goodness.
Excellent.
Making
Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please. Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Is that still open? Help? Someone? I'm just gonna stay here. 아미네도 그대로 바라본도요 뭐요 아니미네 베레몰 Did I break the game? I think I broke the game. Oh, there's no door handle. Okay. Well, shit. After this ending, I'm gonna take like a couple-minute break. Gotta go use the bathroom. But I don't know where the fuck. Excuse me. I was supposed to go. I mean, I see the game glitching. Wait, what if I like sit in a glitch? Did I break the game? Fuck! How did I manage to break this game? Or is this an ending? What if I'm not looking at it and I walk into it? Clearly that's not it. Holy shit, like flashbang. If I just look out into the whiteness, what happens? Peace and tranquility. Is that door? That one doesn't have a door handle. This one doesn't either. I think I just need to restart. Yeah, like honestly, I think. Fuck.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
I'm kind of upset that that's the way that ended. Fuck the new content.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
Yeah.
this was not the
I want to
correct
see
way
if I
to the
die
meeting room,
instantly.
and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach, giddy in a way he had never known before. Was it this room? A connection between the two? Could a man love a room? I mean, truly, truly, deeply, madly love.
Hey, bud, you good?
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room.
Are you good, bro?
A room so utterly captivating that even though, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Fuck, I do.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
How'd I...
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Hey, fuck you, buddy. I think I'm pretty powerful.
Oh. The papers are gone.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yeah. Fuck the new content.
When Stanley came to a set
What
of
if I
2
do it
open
again,
doors,
huh?
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and
Well,
Stanley knew it perfectly
what
well.
if I do
Perhaps he wanted to
again?
stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
What if I do it again? What you
The
want to know
lounge
about
was
it?
grand, majestic, perhaps, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
What if I do it a third?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. And here it was, the lounge. What a room, Stanley thought to himself. What a room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No, I don't think I will. Fuck you.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked... Someone was following Stanley. He was sure of it. If he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
Oh, what'd I do? What'd I do?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting. All of his co-workers. The meeting room. Yes, that's where everyone... Stanley decided to go to the meeting room to check on his co-worker. All of his co-workers. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Fuck. How did I do that before? Okay. Hold on. I want to get to that one where someone was following me.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. It was okay. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Yeah, no.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been... What? Really?
Yeah.
I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. All of his co-workers were gone.
Fuck! How did I get that? Damn
Stanley
it!
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh, I want to get back there. How did I do that? Oh, fuck! I'm just gonna keep doing that over and over again. There must have been some, like...
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the
How
meeting
did I
room,
do
and
that?
Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first.
Shut up! You ain't get no
admire it.
bitches.
It was okay.
He doesn't want to... You know what? What if I wait?
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers... But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No, I think I'm gonna make this decision.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
Okay.
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you.
If this doesn't work,
all this
there's one more
time.
thing that I want to try
There's
before to
someone
get back
you've
to where I
been
was.
neglecting. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
I'm gonna break you, sir.
I'm convinced you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully.
No, okay.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room to check on his co-workers. All of his co-workers were gone. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps...
Oh, fuck, I didn't mean to do that.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Okay.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
An idea. Maybe if I jump off, and then I go back and go up top and then do that
When
and then
Stanley
quit out.
came to a set
Maybe
of
that's
two
how I
open
got
doors.
that
This was
fucking
not the correct way to
that
the meeting room,
psychopath
and Stanley
ending.
knew it perfectly well.
Because that was
Perhaps
like,
he
bro,
wanted to
I want to
stop
get
by the
back
employee lounge first, just to admire it. It was okay. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death.
Okay, now
Good
if
job,
I
Stanley. Everyone
yourself.
thinks you are very
In-game.
powerful.
Okay.
A soft wind blew outside and perhaps rain started, and if it did, it stopped shortly after. Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather.
Okay. You're not giving me directions. What now?
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. It was okay.
It was okay.
But eager to get back to business,
Okay.
Stanley
Now
took the first open
maybe
door
if I
on
do
his
that
left.
thing again.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Maybe now if I.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you
Okay.
that convinced
If
that I
this
want
doesn't
something
do it,
bad to happen to you?
I'm just gonna
What?
try to do it
I don't
now.
know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Fuck!
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Alright,
Stanley
it doesn't
decided
matter.
to go to the
I'll
meeting room.
figure it out how I
Perhaps he
did
had
that.
simply missed a memo. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Alright, I'll stop fucking with the game.
Perhaps I did just miss a memo. I'm not doing that. Fuck the new content.
When Stanley came to a set
I
of two
wanna
open
stay at
doors,
home.
he entered the door on his left.
Alone.
Can't
Yet
help
there was
but
not a single
check
person
my
here either.
phone.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Oh, okay, this is new for me. Do, 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 do. Boo doo, boo, boo, doo, doo, yeah, oh, yeah.
Stepping
Oh,
into his
fuck!
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
No more waiting for inputs. Fuck the new content. We do not want to do that.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Do 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 do. Okay.
The moment
Oh,
he-
fuck!
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Speed is key.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I'm trying to break the game, baby.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his
I'm just
boss's office.
trying to glitch the game. I know you can. I've seen it done before. Okay, speed. Oh.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned.
Hmm. Hmm. Ooh, you're open now. Oh. You are now leaving. What? Oh, okay. What if I got to floor 1? Alright, guess I'll go to... Guess I'll just keep going up until I can't no more. I wonder where I'm going.
Even now, Stanley's office was a distant memory. What did it look like? There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting. Was it a painting or a photo? He could no longer recall. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers. When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Fuck it. I guess.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Oh shit, who's texting me? Oh, it's literally fucking no one. Thank you. Thank you for notifying me, Netflix. Hey, whoa, I just realized that. What the fuck, yo? Hey, business. Hey, as a certified fucking panda, I do not condone this behavior. Nah, our boss is a bitch. Oh, man. Yeah.
Stepping in.
Broke it again. Because the boss knows what the boss says goes. If the boss suffers loss, then what the boss chooses. I don't fucking know. Oh, I gotta use the bathroom. Oh, I gotta use the bathroom. Oh, I gotta use the bathroom. Fuck. Okay. Alright, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry if my mic is like blowing out. Okay,
All of
I
his co-workers were
think
gone. What
I
could it mean?
know
Stanley decided to go to the
how
meeting
to
room.
do that.
Perhaps he had
that
simply
thing I did
missed a
before.
memo.
So what I did first was I jumped off through that little hoop. So like, okay, I'm gonna go do exactly what I did, and if it doesn't work, then no go.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. It was okay. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Okay. So what I did was I went through here.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Crouched, went through here, and
but in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
And then
the meeting room. Yes, that's where everyone would be. Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room, and from then on, he would never be alone ever again.
Okay. I think that's
when Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he
All
wanted
I
to stop
did?
by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. It was okay. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Okay.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is...
No, I didn't do it.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could
I
it mean?
want to get back to that where
Stanley
I was.
decided to go to
fine.
the
I'm just
meeting
gonna play the
room.
game.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Jesus Christ. The music's different. And this is different.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay. Everything... That blue room wasn't there before.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean, he wondered. Desperate for answers, he began turning the room over looking for clues that might unravel the situation, until at last he discovered a keypad behind the boss's desk. But alas, no code. For this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Right, I don't.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845. $2845.
Fuck you, buddy.
Forgot, but it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself, and Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo.
Fuck, I didn't mean to do that. Alright, I'm just gonna go through and not do anything.
Even now, Stanley's office was a distant memory. What did it look like? There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting. Was it a painting or a photo? He could no longer recall. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
I guess I'll listen.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. It was okay. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
You're right, I will.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Man, I don't follow directions.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. 2845.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Wow, you're fucking yelling at me this whole time about if this motherfucker doesn't continue the damn story, I'm gonna shit in his mouth. Nah, I don't want no New Age music.
Feeling
Fuck
soothed
you.
and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Let me break the game again.
Whoops. Nope. Never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up. Silly me. Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out.
Okay. I think this part of the game is not supposed to be broken like this. Oh, or maybe it is. It's not letting me go back down.
Here we are,
again.
Stanley. It's your boss's office. Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is. What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have, an incisive rapid fire of critical plot points, one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative. Wow. I'm bolted to the edge of my seat.
Isn't there like a secret fucking code that you can put in? Hold on, let me look it up. I guess there isn't. Okay. Well, whatever. Is there a way for me to get back down? Yep.
Incredible. Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again. Ladies and gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all of this? Surely this time Stanley will walk forward into the spooky corridor, won't he? Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
not doing
But
that.
of course, Stanley thought better of it and realized he simply had too much to live for.
Now what if I go back?
Nope, still on board with death.
To go deeper down.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Okay, I guess I will then. I hate that buzzing noise. He's not gonna say anything more.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
4, 7.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
No, sir.
No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Yeah, I guess I will. Yeah, I
Blackness
listened to you.
and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
What if I don't? Let's wait. What if I don't step through the open door? What if I run back? What if I...
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Beat the game. Whatever.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Oh.
It was okay. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
So in this stream, I've broken this game 3 times.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
If I've gone down here, if I do, I'm just gonna restart.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even... All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers. At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map, until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet? Ah, then in that case, we'll continue. But now, here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop? Do you think it would have been particularly different? Would I have taken the same idea but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer? Perhaps you never would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first place. Oh, now think about it. Will it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here just to do the other option? Clearly, this whole gag takes some time. What if the other option is even longer? How long will you spend in total just to have heard all the narration? Oh, and this is rich. Perhaps you've just played the other option, and now you've come to see what happens in this one. So, what do you think? Which choice was the better one? Imagine if you had selected continue on your first playthrough, how tantalizing it would be not knowing what happens when you pick the other option. Indeed, you are one of the lucky ones. Though if the other option is really miserable to listen to, then perhaps you're not. In fact, I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky. Well now, I've built up the other option so much that I'm going to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here, continue with the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever. Cheers.
Hmm. Who?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers. At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map, until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes.
Yes, I'm a dog. Leave me
now
alone.
that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place
cool.
to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet? Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just restart the game any old time you want, like right now. You could have done it just then. Now. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Touching this fucking door until
We get in.
Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the trophy? What? Click a door 5 times? Is that all you think a trophy is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks? Now, suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition. I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks. No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this trophy to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way no matter the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
417.
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437. Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so. Now, back to door number 437.
Four, 3, 4, 3, 7? Oh.
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine? All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. I didn't mean to do this, sir. Oh, wait, no. Sorry. Yes, sorry. No, I missed.
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
419. I know where that is because there's only one fucking desk you can climb on. Wait, what? 419? Huh? $419? Does that even exist? Where the fuck is 419? 4, oh. Can you let me up, please? I'm trying to get up here. Fuck's sakes.
Yes! This is great! You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
416? This is 417. This is 415, so this one? Can I even do that? 416. 416. Let's see if that's anywhere around here. I think that's the new content door. I don't think they considered that when they made this new part. Yeah, they definitely didn't, because 416 doesn't exist. 426 exists. 416 though? Is it like behind something? 416. Huh. Huh. Doesn't exist, Mr. Sir. You know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna... Alright, you know what? Actually, I'm gonna end this. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed today's stream. I'm probably gonna continue playing this video game. I don't know when though, but I am definitely gonna continue. Maybe the next upload will be tomorrow, or it could be next weekend. I don't know. But I've had a lot of fun playing this game, and well, I guess I'll see you next time. Bye!